Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, YouTube. This is Rosh, and this is a video series I'm putting together called AxeFX III Basics. I want to thank each and every one of you guys who've been commenting, reaching out, liking, subscribing, all that. Definitely appreciate it. So a little about me. I'm an LA-based guitar player and guitar tech. Some of my clients include Leppard, Steve Vai, Melissa Etheridge, Bush, Dweezil Zappa, and more. So on the forum, there was a question about how to do a solo boost, basically increasing the volume of a patch without actually changing the tone. So this is going to be a pretty quick video, really easy to do. And there's a couple different options you can do, but I'll do probably the most straightforward. So, and I'll also show some of the do's and don'ts. So in general, what you want to use is the filter block. I had a comment also, somebody asking like, hey, why don't you use Quick Build? I definitely use Quick Build. It's more out of habit. I've been using all the Fractal products for, I don't know, since the Ultra, so I guess that's about 10 years. So the Quick Build function never showed up until the AxeFX III. So with the AxeFX II and others, I got used to right-clicking and then adding a block. But you can use Quick Build. Totally cool. Easy to drag and drop. So what we want to use for a solo boost is the filter block. So you can drag and drop from the Quick Build, or of course you can also right-click and then add the filter. They both do the same thing. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure that the filter is set to the null. Okay, so these are all the default settings, so you can see it's completely flat EQ. And then this level knob is how much you want to increase the volume. Usually a value between 3 and 5 dB is going to be good. You can definitely increase it more if you feel the need to. So for the sake of this video, we'll just do 5 dB. Now, placement of the filter block is really, really important because you don't want to place it in front of the amp or in front of other effects. And I'll explain why in a moment. But here's the filter block at the very end of my signal chain. Here is the tone without the filter block. And then when I engage it, it's just going to be 5 dB louder. And then that's pretty much it. So the cool thing is you can have all your effects in front, and it's only just going to make everything louder without actually increasing or changing the tone. Now, what you want to avoid is having the filter block before effects, because if you visualize this, it's actually taking the audio in, increasing the volume here, and then engaging the reverb. So what you're doing is you're sending more output into this reverb. And the way the reverb block and other effects after the cab block work is almost like outboard gear, or, you know, like a analog reverb unit, and it's seeing more signal, so therefore it's going to actually kind of have more reverb. So for example, here's the reverb. Here's the same reverb with the filter on. So you can hear it's subtle, but it's actually making the reverb kind of stronger. So that's something you want to avoid. Also, for example, if you have like a delay or something like that, it'll make the delay repeats louder. So you can hear that because we're sending more signal into this delay block, the signal's louder. And last but not least, you don't want to put the filter in front of the amp because, again, depending on the amp type, it can cause the amp to either overdrive or just get louder, but still changes the tone. So here's the amp block without the filter. Now with the filter block, whoops. With the filter block. So you can hear it's starting to get the amp to grind up, and you're not even getting a real significant volume boost. So in front of the amp, it's actually functioning almost like using a clean boost into the amp, which can be effective if that's something that you're going for. But if you're going for just a pure volume increase, definitely want to use the filter block at the end in doing that. Now, one of the things that a lot of people try to do is maybe changing the level parameter between scenes or something, or they're switching to the same amp but with a different level, so you get, you know, the amp same. It's like almost channel switching on your amp. I would definitely not do that if I was trying to just increase the volume without changing the tone, because again, you have to factor in all the effects that come after the amp block. So increasing the amp block level to try to get a solo boost, and will also change all the effects that come after it. So generally, again, filter block at the end of the signal chain, null filter with some type of level is usually good enough. So other than that, that's pretty much going to be it for this. So that's a quick, simple way to make a lead or solo boost. If you have any other questions, by all means, feel free to reach out to me, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.